Welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So, originally, this is my Friday night live experience. Originally, I had planned to do a UFO concert. I was looking online for something for a while now, but decided to really intensify it and see if I could find something I thought was worthwhile. I don't know much about UFOs, so I thought this would get me into it, which is what I wanted, but I wasn't able to find anything that suited me. Either it was video. The video problem. The video problem was the big problem. Most of the videos were taken from somebody in the concert. You had people in the way. In one case, it was taken from a left angle, and the guitar player was hidden behind the speaker, and coincidentally that guitar player was Michael Schenker, and I definitely wanted to see him, so I looked around and I found one that actually had a fairly good angle and everything, but the sound quality wasn't so good, so I decided not to go with that. So after a while I just decided that my original idea for the UFO was I had been looking for one particular live album that had been suggested by a couple of other people on a different site, and I haven't been able to find it yet, at least not for the price I wanted to pay it anyways. So I decided that's what I wanted to do for UFO now, so I'm not going to do this for UFO tonight. I decided I'm going to go back to wait for the album to come, and then when I get it I will do one on that once I get familiar with the album. So I did find an album that I had listened to before and had heard before. My friend had it, not the one that always did all the suggestions. Somebody else had it and had loaned it to me, and I had listened to it several times, and I liked it quite a bit, but I had never been able to find it, and I lucked out yesterday when I was out and I found it. So I decided I'm going to do this one tonight. I think this will be fairly popular with people. It's Kim Mitchell. I Am a Wild Party live. Yeah, he definitely is that. Anyways, it's not a very lengthy album. There's only the 8 tracks on it, but I listened to it. Pretty solid album. You gotta like Kim Mitchell. I think he actually is one of the, some musicians are better in the studio. There's a few like that. Led Zeppelin comes to mind to be the foremost that way, and then some people are actually better live. I think Kim Mitchell falls under that category. I'm not that his studio stuff is bad by any measure. It's not at all, but I just think this live stuff is pretty good. I think he's pretty good live musician. So on this album there are 8 tracks, and I like all of them. So he starts out with I Am a Wild Party. Good kickoff song. Great stuff. Then he goes to That's the Hold You Got on Me. Baby, that's the hold you got on me. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic tune. Rockin' tune, right? Then, of course, the most famous connection between Rush and Kim Mitchell, which is, of course, Battle Scar. Now, I don't believe, just real good, solid, fantastic tune. I was just looking to see if they had given the credits. They didn't say, it doesn't say. Okay, this was also done in Toronto, so it's hometown stomping for Kim there. It's a pretty decent album cover too. So anyways, I digress. Back to the track listing. If I can get this back in where it belongs, which is not always the case. Anyways, the next track is a song I've long liked by Kim Mitchell, Lager and Ale. Great track here. He really knows how to just bring the studio version, just brings it up a notch here. Deep Dive, another good track. All We Are is all that love brings. Yeah, catchy. Rock and Roll Duty, And then it ends off with, of course, probably his most well-known song, I Go for a Soda. One of my favorite tracks. It's part of the Shower Team. This is a song I used to sing a lot. I don't sing it as much as I used to, but every once in a while I hear it and just get stuck in my head. It's one of those songs that gets stuck in my head and won't go away for days. You know, the other song, one of the other songs like that is My Sharona by the Knack. They get in my head and they just won't leave me alone. And I go through about a week or so with that, and then I don't think about them again for months. But this is one of those songs, really good track. This is a solid live album. I hope you get it. If you're out there and you get a chance to listen to this really enjoyable stuff. I'm a fan of Max Webster and more so of Kim Mitchell, but Max Webster, the thing about Max Webster I like as opposed to Kim Mitchell, it's kind of the party and hard rock stuff and pop stuff, where with Max Webster you get a little bit of everything, really. They're a band that defies genres. Like, it's really hard to peg them, hard to put them in a hole, because there's a little bit of everything in their music. A little bit of hard rock, some heavy metal, even some progressive stuff in there, some party anthem music. There's all kinds of different stuff in their music, even some bluesy stuff. So, but with Kim Mitchell, it's a little bit more rockin', and this particular album rocks quite a bit. So I'm going to listen to it again when we're done, because I listened to it earlier, and then I got on this idea that I was going to do something else and save this for another time, and that something else was going to be the Triumph concert that I seen at the CNE Grandstand in 1981, and I actually looked it up. It was on September the 1st. That was going to be the concert I did, but then it turns out I already did that experience, but I didn't label it as that experience. I labeled it as my personal experience, and I had forgotten that I had done it because it was a while ago. One of my favorite concerts to go to, and Teenage Head was playing there too. And even though that's a bit of a weird combination, it really worked well for me in particular, because I like them both. Anyways, I got really set up to do it, and then I thought, you know what? I just had this premonition that I'd already done it. So I went back and looked through my playlist, and sure enough, I had done it. So I might get more of this now that the list is growing fairly extensively. So anyways, I had this, was going to save it and do it another week, but I decided, you know what, it's too good of an album to just leave. So I Am a Wild Party, live from Toronto, from Kim Mitchell. Great album. Give it a listen to if you haven't had a chance to hear it. If you know who Kim Mitchell is, and most people would, I think. Yeah. Some maybe people from outlying areas and other parts of the world might not know who he is, but he's a pretty good rocker. So anyways, I hope you liked this video. Also tomorrow night tomorrow's Sunday, Saturday. Sunday night I will be doing another Ben's album challenge. For those of you who hadn't heard, I don't know how I came to do this, but I did a review of the Wrong Angels and the Wrong Face to Face album. It was my own fault. I should have known when I was doing it. It didn't feel right, didn't sound right. It wasn't what I expected. So I had talked with Ben about it, and where I decided that it's only fair to do the right one. So I'm going to do that tomorrow night, and not tomorrow night, on Sunday night we're going to do the Angels Face to Face, the Australian version band, and we'll get to that too. I'm looking forward to this actually, because I did listen to one track by them and I was really intrigued by it. So I will get to that. I will get to that, and that'll be out Sunday. So that was just one of the adjustments to my playlist because it wasn't supposed to be out until the following week. I wasn't supposed to do another Ben's album challenge until not this weekend but the following weekend, but because of the kind of mess up here, I decided to do this one too. So, and then the next week we'll be doing yet another one, which will be the one that he sent me to do for next week. So anyways, I think that's it. I think I covered anything that it should be. Just also wanted to mention that this upcoming week the series will start December 1st, and we'll be getting into that as well. And also my hauls will be coming out next week too. So I had a good haul this week. Last month was a terrible month for album collecting, but probably the worst I've had. But this one has been actually one of the better ones I've had. So anyways, I hope you liked this video. I know I went off on length about stuff that wasn't related to it, but I just thought it was important to share some of that. And I hope you like, and please subscribe. It's much appreciated. And we'll be back next Friday with yet another live Friday Night Live experience. So have yourself a good night. Bye.